Hey folks, Rob here. We're going to carry on with our solitaire historical campaign, Band of Brothers. This is going to be the final part of the first mission, part two, and we're going to be starting with the German turn four. So let's look at the lay of the land. Now, again, units came in via airdrop for the Americans. We were spread all over this map board. Luckily, we were all confined to the one. We didn't have to worry about these two guys up here. I have lost a couple of items, however. Two weapons, a 50 cal and a bazooka. Both landed off board without anybody there to recover it, so those are effectively gone. And I've lost two half squads to poor morale checks and such. The concept is this is take the highway mission, and basically there is a single highway made up of these hexes here from enemy board edge to the friendly board edge. It's a total of, I think we said 37 or maybe 31. At any rate, is a quite lengthy stretch of road. And for victory purposes, victory point purposes, the Americans need to get as much road as possible. For every hex, I get a half a point. And the Germans, for their part, if they have good order or suspect counters within 4 hexes of the road or have vision to it, then those hexes will not be controlled by me and they'll get extra points for having these units in this location. So right now, this is all that's left of the German forces up in the south. And up in the north, we've got 2 suspects here in the woods, and we have a broken half squad, 248, and a wounded or a broken 7-0 leader. That's it for the German forces. Now, we have to wait until turn 9, and then we have to roll game end, because it could deviate. Which means that we always have to be aware of a possible flanking attack. So my general plan is this. This guy here is going to continue down the road as far as he can without activating those units. And that way we'll control everything from probably this hex here north. Then I'm going to have to activate these two. Hopefully they turn out to be dummies. And then I can just sweep up these broken remnants. If I control this stretch of road, I should have a good 8 or 9 victory points, and right now we're looking at, for the victory point totals, we have 2 for the Americans, and we have 5 for the sorry, we have 2 for the Germans, and we have 5 for the Allies. So right now they're going to have 2 victory points, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10. They're going to have 10 victory points right now, but again, my plan is to make these 2 disappear, which gives them 8 victory points. And then I just have to have at least 9 and hold off for any counterattack from the flanks. So let's get into this, and we'll start with a wind change die roll. All right, we're looking for a colored 6 to indicate NVR change. Right now, that's nothing. So we have no effect. NVR, by the way, is 5. Snipers are 5 and 6, which are rather high, but again, at nighttime, you always increase it by 2. So in actuality, they should be 3, 4, but again, because of the nighttime rules. ELR is already counted for the drop for the defender, so he's at a 2, and of course, because they're elite airborne, they're 5 for the Americans. EC is moist, we got no wind, and random events are 3, 4 for the enemy, and 5, 6 for friendly. And our activation is a 2. All right, so let's go back to the we're not going to have any prep fire because we have broken units here, so let's I just skipped over that, so we should do this, I suppose. So let's rally this guy. He doesn't. Now, because these guys are Jason, he'll keep his DM, but normally if you roll your broken morale or less, their DM will come off. Now, our leader, again, because he rolled a 8, he'll keep the DM, you don't lose it. This guy cannot self-rally yet because it's the German turn. So we're going to go right to defensive fire because there's nothing that the enemy can do. And let's start with you here, Lieutenant Meehan. He's a 9-1. We need a command die roll. All right, so you always get 1 for being a leader, which means he's enough. And we can start off with 12 firepower with a flat rate, -1 leader and a +1 for night. So we have an 8 on the 12. Should get us a 1 check. and he is fine. All right, so we fire him. Let's do him now. Command die roll. All right, he's in command. And we're going to have 10, 11 firepower, so the hero will be able to use his modifier. So it'll be on the 8 with a -1. 7 on the 8's a 1 check. All right, and that is enough to kill this guy. Now, I'm not going to bother firing on the leader, and this guy's not going to bother firing on this guy. So we're going to go right to the road phase. And this guy would just move 1 hex farther away. And then we'll come to the American turn 5. All right, wind change die roll. We have a 9 as well. Now, we rolled a 6 on the colored die, which means we have NVR change. If we have a, we look at the 6, bring that back. So we look at the 6 and then we look at the white die, and if it's a 1 to 3, then it decreases. If it's a 5 or a 6, it increases. And if it's a 4, it stays unchanged. Let me confirm that. All right, so again, because we have a white 3, that means that the NVR is actually going to be decreased 1 to 4, which could be good, could be bad. We're not quite sure how that's going to play out. All right, so we can get rid of the preps and the pins now, and the defensive fire. And let's start with rallies. Now, I'm going to try and self-rally this guy here. All right, he doesn't. And then you will have to wait. That's it for the Americans. And then we have the 1 German leader. All right, that's not going to be enough. But because he rolled a 7, which is a morale, the DM comes off. All right. So we're not going to do any prep fire. We're going to go directly into the movement phase. We got to get trucking. All right, you first. You are crew. Crews also get a +1 or a -1, I should say, to their leadership roles. So this guy will be able to move. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, I'm at 5 hexes away. And if we look at the German generation tables, we need to be within 4 hexes with a final IFT of 1. Now, because the orchard is +1, knight is +2, -1 for non-assault, we're going to be too far away to activate this unit. And for that matter, it's not even inside his NVR anymore because it's been reduced to 4. So this guy's perfectly safe, and that's as far as he's going to go. So that means we can start putting down these, which we should have from the beginning, but never did. So let's remedy that now. So every hex on the road is going to get 1 of these American stars, and then at the end we'll just tally it up and divide by 2. All right, so let's turn those off for now. I do have that intersection. All right, so let's start moving now. You guys here are fine. You're not going to bother moving. You have a mortar, which means you can hit those trees just fine. This crew here is fine. So let's go. Not going to CX. You're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You are panicked. All right, so we got to put more stars down. You. Hey, you got to move finally. So you're going to go CX. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 would be a pickup. Yeah, let's do that. So you're going to CX. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And your 6 point will attempt to pick up this shoot, which is Mike. Mike is our last shoot. And I believe, yep, 50 cal. And we'll get more stars. All right, so we have a good stretch of road. Now we just have to close off the loop and get the rest of it. All right, so that's you guys. Let's see Lieutenant Winters if he can move. He can. Using command. Now, what do we want to do with him? I want to secure outside position. I want to get somebody into these woods. Let's do you guys first. All right, you panic, so I can't use you. You guys here are going to go into the woods over there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, advance. You'd be CX, but that's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this way, any activation will be done quite early, and I'll be able to hopefully retreat if it gets too hairy. Now, back to you. You're going to be my sacrificial lamb. So, because I have any units beside me, I don't have to worry about rolling for my movement die roll yet. So I'm going to come here for 1, and this will be a total of 4 move, which will activate these 2, and it will DM the leader. So him first. All right, so we have it 2. Now our AC is 2. However, because this is a village, because of the number of buildings, it's going to be a +1 to our activation. +1 for village. And, but we're also going to subtract 1 for enemy within 2 hexes. Which means that's going to be an activation. All right, so what do we get? We have a 9. Now, I believe there's a modifier to that. Yeah, so we have a colored die roll on A11. That's for the random event. So we don't have to worry about anything. So there's no modifier. And we just have a 9. And if we look at our table, a 9 gets us a squad. Now, because of the special rules for the Band of Brothers campaign, this is going to be a +1, so that's going to be a 10. So that's probably going to be a 447. 10 is, in fact, a 447. So we have a 447 showing up there. Not great, but I would have preferred a dummy, but it'll have to do. He immediately is going to first fire, so it's going to be 8 +1 -1. +2 -1, so it's going to be 8 up 1. And that's a coward, so he final fires. A 9 on the 6 would be no effect. And then we have 2 residual in that location. Now you have a chance of activating because of this guy now not broken yet. So you're a dummy, which is not too bad now. I feel better about that. So this guy's final fired, which means I can now move unimpeded. And back to you, Winters here. I think I'm just going to move you guys back to Z3. Except for you. You're going to go over here. So you're going to go 1, 4. Again, you're going to be my advanced screen for anything that's coming this way. So Meehan needs a command die roll. He panics. That's not good. So can you move? You can. So you're going to come here for 1. 4. And then Lieutenant Welsh is groovy. So let's move. You're going to pass it off to the Fanatic 337. You guys are going to move as a stack. You're going to go 1, 4. You guys have to make your own roll. All right, so you're in command. Let's lose a CX. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is enough to get me. Okay, so you lose that, but I do get another hex, and I control this one here as well as this one because of those guys. So we should be all good now. We just got to secure those other two. Then we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So we get half per hex, which means we're going to have a 10.5 VP. And right now, all the Germans have is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, back to move. So we have you guys. So the 337 is fine. And what about the 126? He is not. All right, so he's panicked. So we'll give him that. This comes off. You guys go for a little bit of a jaunt. Where do I want to put you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You'll work your way to this side as well. And then you. Not to get it. So you cannot CX. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we just have to work our way slowly. Maybe I should set him up in V7 to cover this flank from any flanking from that. I think that's what I'll do. All right, defending fire, we have none. And we go advancing fire. I'm not going to bother firing the crew. Let's start with this guy here, though. So we have a 337. This guy has assault fire. The half squad does not. So this 747 will have 3.5 plus 1 is 4.5, round up to 5. Plus 1.5 will be 6.5. And this guy here will be a total of 7. 7 firepower, so it's going to be on the 6 with a +2 and a -2, so 6 flat. 4 on the 6 should be a 1. 2 check. All right, so the broken leader is gone. And the 447 is ELR'd and broken. All right, so let's see if we can kill him with this guy. This guy's going to be on the 4 table up too. Nope. That's fine. You're just going to have to run. You're going to run to Z10 and then I'll box you out. Route phase. Yep. So this guy will be coming here. Let's move him to this direction. No, you have to be this way. All right, and then in the advance phase, we can take up our positions. You'll be there. You're fine here. You, I never rolled for, so you're fine. Let's put you into this tree. Get rid of that. You're going to come here. You're going to set up there. You'll be in this foxhole there. I need to clear off this road. So you, and you. And that will get me the whole thing. All right, so now I have my 10.5 victory points for the road. Now I more or less have to eradicate this guy and then fend off any counterattacks if they happen. You're going to come back one. There's no point you waiting out there. You've done your job. As long as nobody comes around this side, that should be good, and I'll get this chunk of road. Right now, the only thing that's going to hurt me is if they get a flank in. If they get a random event, and it's going to be troops. You here. Let's move you into the building. Good old Meehan can stay with you. I believe that's it. You guys. All right, let's come to here. And then we'll call that a wrap on turn 5. No close combat, and we're into the German turn 5. All right. All important wind change. 5. That's, whew, we just missed their RE by 1, so that's good. No wind, no NVR change, and no random event. So let's get rid of the pins. And we only have one self-rally for the Germans, and that is not good enough. Nothing else can rally on the American side, not on my turn. And we'll go to the defending fire phase. So if right here, Meehan needs to, or Welsh, excuse me, has to make his roll. He does. And then we can blast those guys point blank. So this is going to be 22 with a flat rate. So we have a 4 on the 20 is a K4. All right, so you're already reduced. And now you need a 4 check. All right, so you're gone. All right. Now we'll go right to the German turn 6. Sorry, American turn 6. And we will start consolidating our position. All right, wind change. Oh, wait, I need 2 dice below the turn, which I didn't do for turn 5 or 6. So no wind change. We do have NVR change, however, and it's going to be a 3 NVR. So it's getting a little bit tighter. It's going to be, I prefer a larger NVR now because I'm in the defensive, and the sooner I can activate the enemy suspects, the better it will be. So now we have to roll to see if there's a friendly board edge. So we're going to do turn 5 and turn 6. All right, so no friendly board edge yet. We can start our consolidation. Self-rally this guy. You're going to have to wait, and that is it. All right, so let's go to prep. And Lieutenant Winters is he's in command, which means I can assemble this. So we have a heavy machine gun. You guys are all fine. This guy should have gained concealment when he moved in, as should you. I forgot to do that. Conceal. 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 All right, so yeah, let's go right to move. Now, like I said, you guys are fine. You're gonna have to make a roll. You're panicked again. You're gonna have to make a roll. 747 is fine. So let's go 1-4 into this location. You are panicked. Meehan is in command. So this guy here can move. Let's put him back in this building here. You'll be concealed at the end. And then Welsh. All right, so let's move you into... I wouldn't mind sitting up in D8. This would be 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we'll set up in the front in DD8. And again, like I said, we're just trying to consolidate. You're fine where you are. No point moving. Let's go to the German turn 6 after I do my advances. So you get concealed. You're going to be splitting. Oh, actually, let's put you in these woods for now. So you'll be concealed. And you'll come back to there. Concealed. And you are here, so let's conceal you there. And I think we are all fine. Oh yeah, you're going to assemble that. And then you're concealed. All right, so we have a good control of the small little hamlet. Let's make a die roll for you. That's not good enough to conceal, so you're hopefully not screwed. I never moved this guy here. 7, so he's in command. Let's move him into this location. And the CX will come off on my next turn anyways, so that's fine. Now we do the German wind change. No wind, NVR, or random event, which is great. Get rid of that. Nothing's going to be able to happen. I can't shoot. So let's go to turn 7. First thing we'll do is roll 2 dice less the turn. 9, so we still don't have a friendly board edge. But I do have 10.5 road hexes, so... Rally, so we have one self-rally here. Mercifully, he cannot. And then we're going to more or less just sit in place. You have to move. So let's go to move. And what are you carrying? You got 60 mortar, eh? You'll come sit in the house. And you. All right, you can finally move. 1, 2, 1, 5. Let's put you there. All right, you're concealed. Everybody's concealed. And you. At the end of the turn, see if you get your concealment. You do not. It would be a 4 + 2 is 6, and you need a 5 or less. So no concealment for you. And then we go into the German turn 7 again. More or less looking for a random event. Okay, we have night change again. NVR drops. Only have a 2 radius now, which is really going to suck if we get a flank and forward show up. All right, nothing will happen in that phase, so we can go right to the American 8. We have a friendly board edge now at the north, so now we have our victory conditions confirmed, and we just got to endure for a couple more turns until we can wrap this one up. Wind change. No NVR. We have a friendly RE, however. Now we do get a modifier. No. On the friendly RE table, we have a 36. So if we look at the Americans, '36 is infantry reinforcements. So we're going to have a number of squads received. And they're going to be coming on from the south. Now, I'm not going to bother putting those on right now because I don't want to add more counters, and it may be for no purpose if we can hold off. All right, so self-rally here. Still cannot take off the DM. And let's go right to the close combat phase. Get concealment on our scout. Yes, we finally got it. All right, and everybody else is fine. Now we can run the clock down again. Let's go NVR. Wind change for the Germans. All right. Now, because we have a 6, it means a change, and a 5-6 means it goes up 1. So it's bouncing all over the place. And we're back to 3 NVR. Right, turn 9, possible game end. Now for the game end, we do have a modifier to that, and it is right here. At the conclusion of a turn, a 3 or less will be the mission ending immediately. So once we get to turn 9, at the end of turn 9, we'll roll to see if we get our mission end. Hopefully we do. All right, so Start with wind change. Again, we don't have an RE or wind or NVR. And we got a one self rally that refuses to come, and he still cannot roll under his freaking morale. All right. Last turn, hopefully. Germans have a random event. So they have a 3-4. We just rolled a 4. So we get a -1 of the colored die, so it's going to be a 52. And a 52 gets us a friendly intelligence reports. Reduce friendly RE by 1. Wow, that's kind of clutch that we got that. Very easy. Could have been a flanking force, some suspects in advanced attitude coming on, which just would have messed up our day. But all we've done is just lower our RE. So no harm, no foul. All right, let's go right to the end. And now we need a 3 or less. Yay. Game end. So we have an American victory. What we have left. So we've only lost really the heavy weapons, which it was really sucked because the next mission we're not going to be able to do a refit. Normally between missions you're allowed to refit, but because this next missions follow so closely on this one, we're not going to be able to. So these units will be gone. However, I will be able to get back my 337s. So that's going to be the end of mission 1, American victory. We secured our road, and these guys here were just not able to do anything of note. So hope you enjoyed that. And tonight, later on, we're going to be doing mission number 2. We'll be live streaming that. And this video should be out just before that one goes live. So it's a little one that'll get you a little teaser for tonight. And we'll see you guys next video. Bye-bye.